In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved family in faith, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want you to pause for a moment. Look at your life. Think of the paths you've taken, the opportunities that came, the ones that slipped away. The unexpected meeting, the sudden loss, the job you didn't get, the blessing that arrived just in time. We so often label these things random, coincidence, luck, good luck, bad luck. But what if I told you with absolute certainty that in the divine system of Islam, there is no such thing as random? My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved family in faith, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want you to pause for a moment, a real moment of silence, not just with your voice, but with the frantic chatter of your heart. Look at the tapestry of your life. Think back, not with regret, but with a sense of curious awe. Trace the paths you've taken, the roads you chose, and the ones that were seemingly chosen for you. Remember that opportunity that came out of nowhere, the one that felt like a miracle, and recall with equal weight the one that slipped through your fingers, the loss that hollowed you out, the job you prayed for but didn't get, the relationship that ended without a clear reason. Then remember that blessing that arrived not a moment too soon, the exact sum of money you needed, the unexpected phone call that lifted you from despair. We live our lives labeling these events, don't we? We have a whole vocabulary for it. We call it random. We shrug and say it was coincidence. We chalk it up to luck, good fortune, or a cruel twist of fate. We speak of being in the right place at the right time, or lament being tragically out of sync with the universe. This language of chance is the language of a world that feels untethered, a story being written by accident. But what if I told you, with a certainty that comes not from me, but from the divine, that in the perfected, complete and magnificent system of Islam, there is no such thing as random, not a single solitary event, not a tear that falls from your eye whose moment of impact is unknown to its creator, not a sudden, joyful laugh that escapes your lips that wasn't accounted for in a ledger of divine mercy, not a single heartbeat that skips in anxiety or pounds in excitement that is outside a preordained rhythm, not a number in your life story, your birth date, the day of a trial, the age you attain a blessing, the number of times you knock on a door before it opens. That is out of place, misplaced, or without profound purpose. Every digit, every fraction, every decimal point of your existence is precisely positioned by the decree of the All. Knowing, the All-Wise, the one who is Al-Dio Adil, the ultimate justice, and Ali Akiem, the possessor of all wisdom. This is a reality that should send a shiver of awe down our spines and then flood our hearts with an unshakable peace. We are not drifting. We are not collateral in a chaotic universe. We are beloved creations, living a narrative authored by the most merciful author, where every syllable has meaning, every paragraph builds towards a noble end. When we feel lost, it is not because the map is blank, it is because we are focusing on a single, confusing line, unable to see the grand, beautiful, and intricate design of the entire manuscript. Allah says in the Quran, a verse that is an anchor for the soul, He is the knower of the unseen, and He does not disclose His unseen to anyone except to a messenger of His choosing. 7:2027, He knows the beginning from the end. He knows the equation of your life in its entirety. Every variable, every constant, every operation of multiplication and division, of addition and subtraction. He sees the final sum while we are still struggling with the first few numbers. Our anxiety stems from trying to solve an equation with only half the variables, forgetting that the master mathematician is already at the board and his solution is, by definition, perfect. Consider the very concept of mathematics. What is it but the universe's native language of precision? It is the realm of absolute truth, of unassailable logic. 2 + 2 = 4, yesterday, today in Tokyo, in Jakarta on Earth, and in a galaxy a billion light years away. This consistency is a sign of a single, consistent creator. The orbits of planets are not haphazard. They follow celestial mechanics of breathtaking accuracy. The changing of seasons, the ebb and flow of tides, The very spiral of a seashell or the pattern of seeds in a sunflower all follow mathematical rules, the golden ratio, sequences and codes embedded by Al. This universe runs on a software of flawless divine calculation. Now, my dear brothers and sisters, if Allah has ordained such meticulous order for the galaxies and the atoms, do you think He would leave the story of your life, the life of a believing servant He loves, to something as vague and undignified as luck? To chance? Impossible! Your life is a living equation in the constant, loving computation of Ali. Your age, the dates etched in your memory, the amount of provision as rizq that reaches you, the number of attempts before a success, even the number of tears you shed, each is a data point in the divine ledger in Allah al-Mafeta, the preserved tablet. Nothing is entered in error. Nothing is a clerical mistake in the court of the King of Kings. You might look at a chapter of your life and say, this doesn't add up. The numbers are all wrong. I worked so hard, I invested so much, and the result is a negative. But, my beloved, that is because you are judging a mid-chapter calculation as if it were the final answer. That difficulty, that perceived loss, is not the solution. It is a necessary step within the solution. Perhaps it was the subtraction that cleared away something harmful to make room for a greater blessing. Perhaps it was a division, breaking your pride to multiply your humility and connection to Allah. That failure taught you a dependence on Him that success never could. It taught you abra patience, which is a treasure whose value in the divine economy is incalculable. It is a credit to your spiritual account that you cannot yet see on your limited statement. So you see, in the mathematics of the soul, what looks like a minus in the world's ledger is often a colossal plus in the ledger of the hereafter. Our grief is so often just spiritual growing pains, a necessary part of the algorithm that is refining us, elevating us, and preparing us for a weight of glory we cannot yet comprehend.